Namaste everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to tell you a story, and that story is about Neti. Previous video I made regarding Kapalbhati, covering all details of the Kapalbhati. Then some people texting me and commenting me that can we know similar thing about Neti. So this video is going to cover all details about the Neti. And since there are two videos about Neti on my YouTube channel, that how to do both types of the Neti, and those types are, one is called Sutra Neti, other one is called Jala Neti. Both videos are available on my YouTube channel, and if you want to practice it, you can go, you can watch, you can practice by watching the video also. But here in this video, I am going to talk about theory part only. Neti's origin, how many types there are, where it is mentioned, and what are the benefits mentioned traditionally, and for what yogis used to do in ancient time. So that's all will be covered, and you will be enlightened at the end of this video, and you will know more about the Neti. You might have been practicing this practice, but in this video you will know about it, and I'm sure you will not find any videos on YouTube mentioning or covering this much detail about the Neti. So make sure you watch from beginning till the end, and you will know all about the Neti. And I'm sure this video is going to be very useful for the people who teach yoga teacher trainings. So this will be very enlightening video for those people. So let's start. I will show you a presentation, and that presentation has everything, all aspect of details, and you will see, and I will explain same time. So let's go to the presentation. So this is the first slide I have prepared, and you will see here it is the name and the name meaning. So first you will see it's a Neti, and Neti has two types. So you will see first is called Sutra and second is called Jala. So this is the two types Neti actually it is done. So what is the meaning of Sutra? So Sutra means thread. Yeah. So Sutra Neti traditionally from ancient time, how yogis they used to do that, they prepare a very thin rope which was made of cotton thread long enough to put in the nose and take out from the mouth. So that's how the name comes Sutra. But nowadays we do differently. So now you can find thread also, but same time you can find a tube made of rubber. That's why a lot of people nowadays start saying that it's a rubber neti, but it is a modern form of the Sutra Neti, and that tube is available widely in the market. And second form of the Neti is called Jala Neti, and Jala in Sanskrit is water. So it's the water, and there is a pot for it. We fill it with water, we put in the nostrils and comes out from other nostril. You can see that video on my YouTube channel, and I will put the link of both Netis, how it is done, and you can see it. So Jala Neti is done by the water. That's why it's called Jala Neti. And what is the meaning of the Neti itself? So Neti, word meaning Neti is passing through nose. So whenever we pass something to the nose, that process is called Neti. So actually it's a verb, and the meaning of the Neti is passing through the nose, and here we use it to clean. So anything we passing through the nose to clean the nose, that is called Neti. So hope word meaning is clear for you. So we will move to the next slide. So next slide you will see what is this actually. So Neti is a Shuddhi Kriya, or you can say it's a cleansing process which is used for cleaning the nose. And next slide you will see where it comes from and where it is mentioned. So you will see in next slide. This slide I have taken the screenshot of the book, and that book is called Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, in second chapter, verse number 22, there is a shloka or verse. You will see all Shuddhi Kriyas are mentioned here, and you will find Neti here. Yeah, I underline that is Sanskrit, and if you see the meaning of itself, or you can say Sanskrit written in English, then it is here, and you will see Neti is mentioned here. So out of 6 cleansing processes, Neti is one of them, and you will see the reference coming from Hatha Yoga Pradipika. And same you will see in Gheran Samhita, another Hatha Yoga book mentions there are also 6 cleansing processes, and you will see here Neti mentioned here. I am underlining it, and here. So that is the Neti mentioned in both Hatha Yogic texts, which are very famous and taken as a reference for most of the practices. And note, you will see here it is mentioned that Hatha Yogic texts describe only Sutra Neti practice. So this is the very enlightening knowledge for you, that if you read both Hatha Yogic texts, there is a no Jala Neti, the water form of the Neti what we do. So that Neti is not practiced or not mentioned from the ancient time. So the Neti which was practiced in ancient time or in Hatha Yogic tradition time was only the Sutra Neti. Yeah, there is no Jal Neti. You can see the note there. Hatha Yoga text describe only Sutra Neti practice. There is no Jal Neti or its method to do mentioned. Not clear when it was developed. So there is no clear evidence that how the Jal Neti came in existence, how people started practicing Jal Neti. Not sure who developed it, but history of Jal Neti is not very old. It's developed in recent past, and you will see in next slide that Neti how it is mentioned in Hatha Yoga books. So you will see in next slide. So this is the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. You will see chapter number 2 and verse number 30. It describes the methodology how the Neti should be done. So I will not read Sanskrit because video in English. I will just read the meaning. So you will see the meaning is that a well lubricated thread length should be 12 fingers. So these are your fingers, right? So this is 4, and this is 4. So whatever is a 12 finger, that should be the length. So that much length of thread rope was prepared in ancient time, and then to be inserted in the hole of the nose, then taking out from the mouth. This method is exactly how Sutra Neti is done, and this is the process how Neti is accomplished by the yogis. And as I said, there is no Jala Neti mentioned. And next slide you will see they will give you the benefit of doing the Neti. Again I will read the English only. So this cleansing process known as Neti cleanses the frontal sinus. So that's why Neti is recommended. Very good practice for the people suffering from sinus problem or sinusitis, and bestows extraordinary vision. It's good for the eyes, and same destroys a group of difficult diseases occurring above the shoulders. So not only it is good for cleansing the frontal sinus or vision, but anything happening above your shoulder. So you can say all ENT related issues can be removed by practicing the Sutra Neti. Then we will move to the next slide, and next slide you will see what Gheran Samhita mentioning about the Neti. Here you will see, take a thin thread measuring half a cubit and insert into the nostrils. Passing through, pull it out by the mouth. This is called Neti Kriya. So you will see what mentioning the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, same methodology given by Gheran Samhita, that how the Neti is done. Then again you will see the benefit of it. By practicing Neti Kriya, one obtains Khechari Siddhi. Khechari, there is a mudra which is the very good for a lot of spiritual upliftment. I will not mention much about the Khechari, but you might know what is Khechari mudra, and maybe in future I'll make another video about the Khechari mudra. So they're saying that Neti will help you to obtain Khechari Siddhi, and it destroys the diseases of phlegm, cough related problem, and same time clears the sight. So both texts, if you see Hatha Yoga Pradipika or Gheran Samhita, they are talking about only Sutra Neti practice. That's why I'm saying that Jala Neti is not mentioned in Hatha Yoga Pradipika or Gherend Samhita or any Hatha Yoga text. And next slide you will see, this is the note I took from the book I have. Commentary is written by Professor G.S. Sahai, who is our teacher, and in that book you will see that he is mentioning historical proof, has a small note mentioning some facts. The evidence of Brahmananda's commentary of Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Brahmanand is a name who was one of the first commentator of Hatha Yoga Pradipika. He describes the methodology of Neti differently. So you will see it is mentioned here. The commentator of Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Brahmananda, has mentioned one more tradition of the technique of the Neti. What technique we found in Hatha Yoga Pradipika and Gherend Samhita? Brahmanand mentions another technique, and that technique was, according to him, after inserting the sutra a little in one nostril. So you take the Sutra Neti, insert in the nose, but not completely, a little bit. Then one should inhale and immediately but softly closing other nostrils. So you inhale, then close the other nostril. One nostril you insert the thread, then take deep inhalation, then close the same nostril and forcefully exhale from the nostril which is not having the thread. Then what will happen? Brahmanand says, doing this way for several times, the sutra comes out from other nostril. So you understand here? So this is a little complicated practice, yeah? It's not easy to achieve it, but that's how it is mentioning in this note, that this is the third technique. So first technique, what is mentioned in Hatha Yoga Pradipika and Gherend Samhita, what we do? We take the sutra or rubber catheter, we insert through the nose and it comes out from the mouth. But here is mentioning that insert the sutra, for sure with the rubber it cannot be achieved because rubber is not that much soft. So insert the sutra in one nostril, little bit, so not completely but little bit, then close that nostril which you have inserted with, then inhale and forceful exhale from the other nostril. Then what will happen if you do it many times? That sutra you have inserted from one nostril, with the force of the breathing it will come out from other nostrils, because you see physiologically our nostrils are two here only. Deep inside our nose, or you can say our nostrils, become single. So we insert the thread until the pathway becomes single, forcefully exhale by closing the nostril with the neti. Then you will see the forceful exhalation will bring your neti from other side of the nose. Then further you will read here, the other form of neti, for example Jala Neti, seems to be modified form of technique described by Brahmananda. So you see what is happening here. So we inserting using the forceful breathing to exhale from our side. So sutra going from one side and coming out from other side. So this is little bit evidence giving that Jala Neti, because it is similar, because we insert the water from here and it comes out from other side of the nose. So this is the hint that where Jal Neti is coming from. So Jal Neti is coming from the technique which is given by the Brahmananda. Brahmananda mentioning Sutra Neti taking out from other nostril. So Jala Neti follows the same procedure, that we insert water in one side and it comes out from other side. In Jala Neti, instead of practicing it with sutra and taking out sutra from other nostril, it is practiced with water, and here water is inserted from one nostril and simultaneously water taken out from other nostril. So this note you will see variation of the Sutra Neti which is given by Brahmananda, giving clear indication that this idea of doing Jala Neti or water Neti, it might be taken from variation of Sutra Neti given by Brahmananda. So I hope this note makes you clear that how the Neti is mentioned in Hatha Yoga books where there is only Sutra Neti, Brahmanand mentioning the technique to do it, and Jala Neti might be coming from this variation of the technique which is given by Brahmananda. Otherwise, traditionally, there is no Jala Neti anywhere, and nowadays Jala Neti is more easy, more famous to do it. Sutra Neti, a lot of people they don't teach, and people feel very strange to do it because it is a lot of irritation inside the nose if you insert something solid. So clear here? Until here I'm sure it is clear. Then you will see here I have prepared a slide. If you do the neti, either it is Sutra Neti or Jala Neti, what benefit it can bring to the practitioner or to you. So you will see cleanses the frontal sinus, bestows extraordinary vision, destroys group of diseases occurring above the shoulders. So that is Hatha Yoga Pradipika already mentioning. Here and Samhita saying you will see in second line. So third you will see helps to maintain nasal hygiene. So if you do the neti, both types of neti, either Jala Neti or Sutra Neti, it is good for maintaining the hygiene of the nose. And same time, it helps to remove the pollutants. You might be living in some cities and some polluted areas, and a lot of pollutants go inside the nose. So if you practice the netis, it helps to remove the pollutants, or we can say bacteria trapped inside the nose. Number 4, you will see it soothes the sensitive tissue inside the nose, and same time it gives relief in allergies. So some people having allergies because of the dust, temperature, or certain extreme weather conditions. So if you practice neti, it will help you with that one. Beneficial in asthmatic condition by making breathing easier, because when people have the asthma, sometimes they have difficulty to breathe properly, and same time if your nose is not clear, then it will make you double difficult. So by doing the neti, it will clean the nostrils, and for asthmatic conditions where breathing is difficult through the nose, it will help you to breathe properly or breathe easily for asthmatic people. Then number 6, you will see it reduces the tinnitus and middle ear, the ear infection also, and sinusitis and migraine. So if you have migraine headache, neti practice can help you also. Then next slide you will see it continues some more benefits here. It can elevate upper respiratory complaints like sore throat, tonsils, and dry cough. Then other one you will see it can clear eye duct and improve the vision. It already covered. Clearing the nasal passage helps improve the sense of smell, thereby improves digestion. It calms the nervous system and the mind, because you see calming the nervous system means putting anything inside the nose, either it is the water or rubber or thread. It's not natural, right? So once you put this thing, your nervous system get trained not to react. So that is the one benefit coming from it. Will soothe your nervous system by calming down your reactive pattern, or you can say reflexes. By calming down the reflexes, you can control, it will help you to calming down the mind, or you can say reaction pattern will go away by practicing the neti both forms, and you will see it will calm your nervous system and it will result in calming down your mind. It also relieves stress and brings clarity in the mind. People have experienced a reduced in their anger by practicing Jala Neti. Then you will see last one. It helps to improve the quality of your meditation. Quality of your meditation, because you see maybe by improving the quality of the breathing, you can help yourself to improve the quality of meditation also. Then you will see who should practice neti with the care. So if you have certain elements, certain issues, then who should practice the neti but little bit the care. So whenever you have acute cold conditions, so you're having runny nose, or you can say have cold or flu, and it is very severe, so that time you should avoid it. You should not do it, because your nose is not clear, it will be very stuffy and water might not pass through the nose, and that time you need to avoid it. Let it get better a little bit by using other medications. You can improve a bit, then you can help yourself by practicing the neti. And if you have the nose bleeding issues, you see a lot of people have a little bit extreme temperature, extreme condition of the weather, and you will see their nose start bleeding. If you have that issue, then you should avoid doing the Neti, both form. If you have any surgery of the nose, better you consult with your doctor, then practice it. Otherwise, do not practice by yourself. Any infection in the nose. So if you have again any infection, any other medical conditions, you should not do it, and learn it from an expert practitioner. So first time when you do it, watching only videos might help for some people, but for some people it might not help. So better do in the guidance of the person or the teacher who know well about Neti and who knows the proper technique of teaching. So then you should practice the Neti with guidance. Then you can practice by yourself. So this was all about the Neti, and I'm sure this helped you to understand Neti, where it comes from, and what is the evidences, what types of Netis traditionally known, what is the modern version, and the benefits. And if you want to do it, both types of Netis, I have the videos on my YouTube channel, and I will recommend you to go and watch them and practice it, and it will help you with all the benefits I mentioned through this video. So if you have any questions, any comments, if you got any clarity, make sure you mention in the comments. Share this information with your friends and family and with your students. And any questions, WhatsApp me, put in the comments. I will try to reply you. And thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in next video. Thank you.